Yo, this is Mo Verney on the move. If you like what you're seeing, remember to subscribe, like, and comment on my YouTube channel. From a previous video, I've been showing you the exterior look of this 2021 Dodge Challenger GT all-wheel drive. I'm going to show you what interior looks like for this vehicle. It's a retro American muscle car, and it's still on the market that allow people to have nostalgic memories that they want to own one. And definitely this is a true American design. You can see from the back a big trunk, and then the fuel cap, the rims, the side profile, the long hood, the hood scoop, and the headlights from this Dodge Challenger. This is the only American muscle car in the market right now that offers all-wheel drive. That means you can drive this all year round in places where you live, where it has winter, wet, icy conditions. And this car is in the Hellraisin, which I call purple color. It's new this year for the 2021 Challenger edition. And let me show you what's inside. So first I'm going to show you is the back. Surprisingly, this car, the leg room, there's not a lot, but I think this is how the design of the Challenger, or back in the days American muscle cars. This one surprisingly has 5 passengers. They're actually sit out in the middle, so I'm a bit amazed on this car that actually offer 5 seats. I would assume usually 2 plus 2, or maybe just 2 seats. One thing I'm not really a fan of is that the seat belt, for some reason, it's like connected from this pillar and then all the way here. So when you want to bring people to the back, this thing is actually like obstructive. I don't even understand why the design is like this. So I think like I have to unstrap the seatbelt so that people can get in here. But like cars like the BMW and other cars, I don't see this being obstructive. So anyhow, this is what it back looks like. It has those Alcantara materials. It has a small window. I also have to say this is because it keep the American muscle design. This is the only car that I've been driven for a while now that actually really have a blind spot. Like when I turn my head, I want to do a shoulder check. It's hard because that pillar is really blocking it. So luckily, this car has lane changing system that will warn you if there's obstruction or some cars beside you. Now, I gotta say, those people back in the days like 1970s, 80s, and 90s, when there's no technology to assist you, props for them. I don't even know how they can drive with blind spot like this. But hey, the technology has come a long way to help ease your driving experience. As you can see, there's a ventilation here at the back for the back passengers. And here is on the side panel. They have a, surprisingly, I gotta tell you, something that really impressed me so far with the Dodge Challenger is the fact that the sound system is actually pretty decent. Because a lot of sports car that I drive, the car companies spend most of the time on the engine and the performance that they actually neglect the sound system. And a lot of cars that I drove, the sound system is really crappy. But this one, surprisingly, was pretty good. I also like the fact that this is like a aluminum knob, which a lot of car uses a plastic one. So this is very nice. I liked it. I also like the fact that this handle is aluminum kind of material and is at the lower end of the door. So it's actually pretty nice. So there's some spot in and here to put your stuff. Here's the brakes. This car does not have manual. One thing I kind of find it very weird is that they give you this push on off brakes, which is usually applied on a minivan or in some SUV, but nowadays a lot of these brakes is just one button, one lever located into the center console. So I don't know why they have that. It's just so old school. I gotta tell you, this car has been on the road for a number of years and they didn't really change much. But again, this car is just so popular because people just have the nostalgic experience and they want to have this car. They grew up watching movies, grew up wanting to own one. But here's the thing, I found that the interior is kind of outdated and it's kind of beat cheap. But if you can look past that, this car is actually pretty fun to drive. When I was a kid, I always have this assumption that American cars are only good straight away. They have like sloppy suspension and blah blah blah. But I gotta tell you, like, this car surprised me, and it's actually very fun to drive. I was amazed. Good steering wheel, good radius turning, good performance, good takeoff. More importantly, the suspension is very solid, and I actually feel very comfortable. Like, this car, it is very comfortable. It's roomy, good headroom. I feel like I'm just cruising, and I really feel this car is one of the most comfortable I have driven. Now, despite that, on this side of the console is kind of like cheesy and a bit outdated and kind of boring. There's nothing luxurious about this interior. But I do have to say that, like, I really like the Alcantara seats in the front. It wraps you up. It's very comfortable. It has this nice sunroof. The dashboard is actually pretty nice. I enjoyed it. This side is the RPM and the right side is the kilometers, the speedometer. I think this is the most updated and like nice part, and I appreciate it. I wish this car have what is it? Other cool features, but I'm not a fan of this transmission gear looking. It looks like a golf club. Like, dude. But if you can live past this, then it's actually pretty fine. You have gear shifter here that can help you to speed. And there's some volume knobs that I accidentally hit. So I'm not a fan of where the volume knobs and the gear shifter are so close, but it is what it is. And also, this one thing that it is kind of annoys me, but, you know, it's a very odd word design, at least perhaps for me. All car that I have been driven so far, there's a right side wiper handle that I can do the wipers. So during these 2 days when it's raining, I keep on trying to find the handle and on the right to do the wipers. It's not there. What happened is they have put the signal and the wiper all in one location on the left side. So first of all, I get confused sometimes hitting the left right signal instead of hitting the wiper. And also, I'm so used to the right side with the wiper that I totally don't remember that the wiper's on the left. So it's confusing, and I don't understand why Dodge decided to ditch it. I don't know if it's cost saving or effective or whatever. Not a fan of having the wiper and the light, the signal lane signal lights on the same stock on the thing. But that's just pet peeve of mine. But this car has a lot of goodies. Now, the stuff that I really like, I'm impressed with the sound system. I think that all the buttons are straightforward. Like, you can have front and rear defogger. And this is a special thing that I really like. Mute button for your radio. I don't understand why there are so many cars that doesn't have that. Like sometimes, like, you have to turn down the knob in order to turn on the volume. But when you have a mute, it's perfect. If there's an incoming call or something, you just press mute and that's it. Like, I don't understand why, like, a lot of car company doesn't do that. This is a plus. Really dig this. Start up button engine. Let me turn on the car for you so they can see the infotainment system. And then you can see Challenger. And then let me tell you, like, show you the dashboard. It's very nice. It's pretty update on this side. I actually like it. Okay. This infotainment system is very easy to use. Everything is easy there. Climate control, media, navigations, setting, phone hookup, everything is easy to use. So I kind of like that. I do have to say that the map is kind of small, the screen is kind of small, and then the navigation is kind of like cheesy graphic. But again, this is the enjoyment of American performance car. I'm digging it. It's amazing. You get to use the gear shift here manual, or you use the gear shift here. So overall, I am impressed with this muscle car. I really enjoy it. It's fun. It's really fun. It's very nimble. It's actually very easy to drive, and it has the American looks. And now I understand why, after all these years of the existence of this car, that people are still buying it. It's amazing. And let me show you what the headlights looks like outside. Thanks for watching this Mulverney segment of the interior of the Dodge Challenger. Mulverney's out here.